Hey everyone, let's talk about coconut oil. It's a staple, right? It's probably in your kitchen right now. We use it for cooking, for our hair, for everything. And we usually just assume it's, well, pure. But today, we're going to dig a little deeper.
So let me just ask you straight up, the coconut oil sitting on your shelf, are you sure you know what's in it? Because some of the evidence out there suggests you might be in for a surprise. In fact, let's just cut right to the chase with one pretty shocking number. 60%. Yeah, you heard that right. A study in Sri Lanka found that a staggering 60% of coconut oil samples they tested were mixed with cheaper oils. Some of them had contamination levels as high as 77%.
So that begs the obvious question, doesn't it? If it's not all coconut oil, then what on earth is actually in the bottle? Well, there's a term for this. It's called food adulteration. And really, it's a pretty simple but deceptive idea. It's when someone adds a cheaper, lower quality ingredient to a food just to increase the amount and, of course, make more money. So what kind of cheaper stuff are we talking about here? Well, with coconut oil, it's often palm oil because it has similar properties. But sometimes it's even worse. Things like liquid paraffin and other industrial mineral oils. And they're chosen for one reason and one reason only. They are cheap and they blend in without you noticing.
And the motivation is exactly what you'd think, pure profit. The whole game is to take an expensive product, water it down with a cheap one to make more of it, and boom, your profit margin goes way up. All while the person buying it is completely in the dark. But listen, this is about way more than just getting cheated out of a few bucks. This practice can have some really serious consequences for your health.
Let's just look at palm oil, one of the common additives. Research has linked it to an increased risk of heart disease. And get this, when palm oil is processed, it can become oxidized, which has been shown to be toxic to vital organs, like your kidneys, your lungs, and your liver. And as worrying as that is, the story doesn't stop there. Some of the other contaminants are actually far, far more dangerous. We're talking about stuff called mineral oil aromatic hydrocarbons, or MOA. Now, according to the European Food Safety Authority, these are suspected carcinogens and mutagens. In plain English, that means they could potentially cause cancer and literally damage your DNA. Any amount is considered unsafe. Okay, I know that was a whole lot of heavy, frankly scary information, but here's the good news. You are not powerless here. You can actually become your own little purity detective right in your own kitchen. Here's the first and maybe the easiest way to check. It's called the fridge test. All you need is a clear glass. Just pour a little of your coconut oil into it, pop it in the fridge for about a half hour to an hour, and just see what happens. So what are you looking for? It's really simple. You see, pure coconut oil will solidify completely into one uniform white block. But if it's been mixed with other oils, those won't solidify in the same way, and you'll see a very clear liquid layer sitting on top. It's a dead giveaway. All right, here's another super simple check, the heat test. Just gently warm up a little bit of the oil in a pan. If it's impure, it might start to froth and give off a kind of burnt smell. But pure coconut oil, it'll just melt and give you that nice, pleasant, nutty aroma that you expect. Easy. See? These simple tests are powerful tools, and that really leads us to our final and probably most important point. At the end of the day, it all comes down to this. Your knowledge is your power. Being an informed consumer who is aware of what's in your food and knows how to check it is the single best way to protect yourself and your family. So, we'll leave you with this thought. You have the tools now. You know what to look for. The only question left is, are you going to take that next step and find out what's really in your kitchen?